Well, ain't this swell? Let's get started on the following. This. Okay. Beautiful teaching we learned about today. Rabbi Nachman says, this is brought from the little booklet of True Happiness by Rabbi Shalom Arush, Shlita, page 53 and 54. This is going to be all about how to deal with the negative inclinations, the bad thoughts and bad as a set of tools. Basically, we're going to go over a set of tools about how to deal with negativity coming from outside or coming from inside. This is based on a session, and it was a great session. Thank God. Rabbi Nachman says, Rabbi Arush is quoting Rabbi Nachman saying, Rabbi Nachman says, don't get into a conversation with your Yetzer Hara, with your evil inclination. Don't let it become a matter of conversation. Don't try to fight or argue with the bad. So too, don't try to reason with your negative thoughts. Don't try to get rid of them by force. Simply repeat the words of Emunah, of faith words. Repeat and remind yourself who you really are. Think and contemplate these words of Emunah. The way it works with these thoughts is the more you fight them, the stronger they become and the more power they have. The Baal Shem Tov teaches that darkness can't be chased away by a stick. It can only be chased away by light. By using the advice written in this booklet, you'll have the proper tools for any situation. So, what I want to tell you is let's deal with this. Beautiful. The more we engage these outside negativities and these inside negativities, the stronger they get. They're giving more power. Basically, like what grows is what we focus on, what we engage. And so therefore, the more we focus on these negativities, the greater they grow. Sometimes like the Chinese finger trap, the more you try to pull, the stronger it is. So, and the Baal Shem Tov says beautifully, the darkness can't be chased away with a stick. It can only be chased away by light. That's a beautiful affirmation itself. The darkness can't be chased away with a stick. It can only be chased away by light. So we're getting mad at the thought. Pow, pow, pow. Sometimes we have to realize that the darkness is not, there are times and places in therapy level thoughts that sometimes we have to, I wouldn't say hit it with a stick, but undo its strength, which is really a part of what he's saying. Meaning, even working on a cognitive therapy method, like right on the board this morning, we had a method with a different client of looking at a situation and his thoughts, his emotions, and we were challenging those thoughts. But challenging is different than hitting with a stick. It's like I'm trying to beat up the thought. That doesn't necessarily do anything. Unless the thought's trying to beat me, I might need a self-defense. But in general, like if I'm trying to undo the strength of a thought, I'm in the process of trying to disengage it. So sometimes that's a necessary thing. But on a day-to-day basis, we have three tools rather. First, simply repeat words of Emunah. So if I have a problem, I could just come up with important words that I can repeat that are my words of faith. My words of this thing is not true. God loves me. This thing will get better. Repeat them, repeat them, repeat them. And from the outside will penetrate and awaken the inside, says the Torah. Chitzonius, mo'urim, me'rerim, eta esa pnimius. So the outside actions, like we know by behavioral psychology, wake up the insides. So CBT has kind of two angles, from the outside in and the inside out. From the outside in, we say the behavior side of cognitive behavioral therapy. Behavior wakes up the inner things by doing different things in the world or by repeating things, doing things. It causes a change inside by acting and speaking. But on the inside, I can change what's going on the inside and will manifest differently on the outside in the level of thought. That's the cognitive side. So cognitive to behavioral or behavioral to cognitive. Fine. Repeat and remind yourself of who you really are. So a variation on that theme, tool number 2, is repeat and remind yourself who you really are. Are you really these thoughts? Are you really associated with this thing? I am a bad person. No, I'm not a bad person. I am this mistake. No, I am not this mistake. I'm not this mistake. I am a neshama. I'm a horse. I'm a rider on a horse. We use that metaphor. I'm a rider on a horse. I'm the soul. I'm not the horse. I'm the soul, not the body. I'm a higher consciousness. I'm not this lower patterning that I have. I'm not that. So, and then number 3, think and contemplate these words of Emunah. That would be tool number 3. Think and contemplate these words of Emunah. That wouldn't be, forget about saying words. The first 2 are outside to inside. I'm really trying to do an affirmation style practice. Yeah, and again, for another time, but it requires bigger explanation. But affirmations only work if you already believe them. Affirmations only work if you already believe them. So if you believe them, they're going to work. If you don't believe them, they're not going to work. So that's what I was saying earlier about might require other methods to get to the place where you could do these, depending how stuck we are. But now this is on the inside, like just like going over it, keeping it inside, really thinking about it, meditate on it, contemplate on it, finding a method for that, different ways, and to just spin it in the mind and the heart until it let it penetrate, let it, you know, you cook a stew, right? Cook a stew, but to like let all of the, yeah, like it's a good metaphor actually, like stew it so that the spices and the potatoes mixed with the meat and the green peppers or whatever you're putting in there are all mixed together in the stew and really let it saturate. All right. And that is our great tools. That's what we said. And we said also that this person in his life was coming as the Yetzer Hara. We want to make a distinction. It's very interesting that Rabbi Arush, another Nakuda here, that Rabbi Arush made a distinction between, and I don't know if I'm overreading, but this is what I'm taking from it. Don't get in conversation with your Yetzer Hara. But also, he said, and don't try to reason with your negative thoughts. Sounds like those are two different things. Actually, this is what Rabbi Nachman says. So it sounds like these are two different things. Actually, I'm wrong. Now that I reread it, Rabbi Nachman's quote ends here. And Rabbi Arush's explanation of it is here. Okay, I'm admitting to the person who I'm making this for, and I also make it in such a way that other people can benefit, that thoughts and Yetzer Hara are not two different things here. They're one thing, but we still have two different aspects of them. We have the bad and the negative, and we have the negative thoughts. So we have the bad things in our life, in the world, which is the outside, and then we have the bad on the inside. So either way the Yetzer Hara comes, from the outside or the inside, we don't want to get in conversation with the Yetzer Hara. We don't want to have a big conversation. They say about dealing with folks who are like very narcissistic, and you think about the Yetzer Hara as an NPD. The Yetzer Hara has a narcissistic personality disorder. And they said, like, the only way to win in that game is to not play the game. It's kind of what it comes down to. The only way to win is to not play the game. So that's really the bottom line. Instead of playing the game, I'm replacing playing the game and having conversation with tool number 1, simply repeat words of Emunah. Tool number 2, repeat and remind yourself of who you really are. Tool number 3, think and contemplate these words of Emunah. And if you want, we added an extra little idea that at the end of the traditional prayers, if you are praying in a Jewish way, we go down here. There we go. Elhai netzor l'shon ha'mira, u'sifata medaber mirma, milkalelai nafshi tidam, v'nafshi ka'afar l'chol tihiyeh. May God guard my tongue from evil, my lips from speaking deceitfully. May my soul be unresponsive to those who curse me, and let my soul be like dust to all. We came out with the interpretation that the lohai netzor l'shon ha'mira, that may my mouth not speak all different kinds of negativity, evil, bad speakings. And also may my lips be shielded from speaking deceitfully. Well, what's the difference? Isn't deceit a type of evil? Yes. But I think it's talking about, I'm deceiving myself is my interpretation. I'm deceiving myself. I don't want to speak in such a way that I'm deceiving myself or deceiving others, actually, right? It looks good, but it's actually not. It may not be manipulative. It may not be dishonest. And may I not be dishonest to myself. May my soul be unresponsive to those who curse me. So what does that mean? I asked Rabbi Zegelbaum, one of the rabbis at our shuls, and he explained that, like, the curse, what does it mean to curse me? Like, I hope nobody in Jamaica is busy cursing me right now. And it's not just Jamaica, it's many places in the world where they do black magic, nothing about Jamaican. So, someone who's a bracha is a channel, like Baruch Hashem. God is a source of bracha. He's channeling. People are blessings in our lives. They channel the good. They channel the divine into our life. So someone who curses me is someone who channels away, who causes the divine to go away from me, who causes He's just a source of negativity in my life instead of a source of positivity. So may my soul be unresponsive to those who are setting me up for all that negativity, like people who set me up and gaslight me, who curse me, who are so difficult to deal with, who are triggers for me. Basically, who are triggers for me. I let my soul be like dust to all, meaning that I shouldn't be a source of curse to anyone else, but rather I will be dust. I will be something that is not a big deal for them in the sense of negativity. There will be nothing bringing to them that's bad. That was what I learned. And that's a nice little mini prayer. And I hope you have a great day, whoever's listening to this. And I'm wishing you bracha and atzlacha, a lot of success. All right, signing off. Can you change layout in the middle of the screen? Oh, wow. Big discovery at the end, baby. Can change the layout in the middle. Let's just try that for fun, man. Woohoo! All right. Pow. Boom. 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 All right. Back to regular. So much fun. Boom. Oh, we got another one. You can turn off the video now. Just having fun. Bye-bye.